Once we've done working on the user info screen, it's time to move forward and start working on the card screen. The card screen is constituted of an image, two text view, and one button. So let's get started. So first of all, I will add this image. So I will create a folder called assets. Inside of it, a new folder called images. And I have already downloaded this image, so I'll just drag it in here. Let's copy the relative path, go to pubspec.yaml file, uncomment this, delete this, and paste your path. For sure we need to change this slash to this one. Now let's create a new file in the screens called cards_empty.dart. We need to import the material dart first. And it will be a stateless widget because nothing will rebuild in the screen. Unlame it as card_empty. And instead of this container, we will return a column. Okay, so let's start building this widget, the image widget. This container, I'll give it a width of full width. So let's give it media query dot of context dot size dot width. But you can just type double dot infinity to take the whole width. For the height, I will do the same thing, but I'll give it a height of times 0.4. And now let's start adding the decoration for this container. It will take a box decoration, an image that take a decoration image, and I'll give it a fit parameter as box fit dot. I'll choose fill for now. And now we need to add the asset image. We'll give it another argument called image. We'll give it an asset. And we need to paste this path that we added in here. So now let's run our application. Okay, so now the processing is done, but still nothing appeared in the screen. That's because I didn't return this class in here instead of returning a center in here. So I'll just paste it in here. Don't forget to import your class, and I will save it. So as you can see, the image appear in here. We need to add some padding for or margin for the container, so I'll just add a margin in here of edge ansets dot only. I will give it for the top. I'll give it value of 80, but you can for sure change it as much as you want. Now let's start building the text view. I will type your cart is empty. I'll keep all of them capital. I'll give it a font size. Let's do some styling for it. Style of text style. And I will give it a color of theme dot off context dot I will choose text selection color, this one. I'll give it a size of 36. Let's save it. So it looks great, but let me add a font weight for it of font weight dot weight 600. It looks better now. Now to make sure that it's centered in the center, let's add an argument called text align. The text align dot center. Now let's copy this, paste it in here. Yeah, I will type here instead of this. Looks like you didn't add anything to your cart yet. Let me save it. So it's kinda look great, but we can add an enter in here by adding \n. So let me save it. If we change this font size to 26. Okay, so now it's look better. But as you may notice, we need to add some padding or margin between both of them, so we can just add a size box in here of height. I'll give it 50. Don't forget to add colon here. Save it. So it looks better. Let's add in here a cross-axis alignment of cross-axis alignment dot center. I think 50 in here it's quite so much, so I'll keep it 30. Yeah, now it looks better. Let's give a color for this text different than this color depending on which theme that we are selecting. I will initialize the provider class that we added for the theme. I will name it as theme change equal to provider dot of dark provider theme, this one, of context, just like that. Now we need to use this to check if it's dark theme. So we will return dot dark theme. So we will return a disabled color. Else I will return the color consts dot subtitles. Let me save it. So it looks better now. Let's try the light theme. So it looks great. Now let's start working on the button. So in here I will initialize a raised button. It will take on pressed, but I'll just keep it empty in here. It will take a shape of rounded rectangle border shape. This one. It will take a border radius of 16. So border radius dot circular on all sides of 16. And it will take a border side, and I'll give it a color of red. So colors Flutterer.red. Don't forget to add the color in here. Let's save it. So here it is. Now it will take a child as a text, so I'll just copy this. Let's change its content to shop now, but it will be an uppercase, so you can't just call to dot to uppercase, just like this. And let's change this to 26. And we need to add the background color for this button. So colors.red. Let's save it. So here it is. Let me change this to red accent and try it. So yeah, it looks better. Now we need to change the width and the height for this icon. So to do that, we need to wrap this widget by a column and give it a width of, I will give it a width just like this one. So I'll copy it and paste it in here. Let's change this to width and times 0.9. Let's save it. Let's add some height for it. But I will change this to 0.06. It looks nice, so we need now to just add some padding or margin for it. So I'll just add a sized box of height. Height. I'll give it 30. Let's save it. So yeah, it looks great. Now let's test it on the dark theme also. Let me activate it. Everything's worked well, and it looks great. And now let me change this icon to a bug icon. So let's go to my icons folder. Let me copy this one. I'll name it as a bug, and I will choose the feather packet dot bag. I will choose the shopping bag, and instead of using the cart icon in here, let's change it to the bug, just like this. Let's restart our application, and let's change. This one looks way more better than before. And for sure, if you are not satisfied about the organization of this text views, you can change it as much as you want. You can play with the padding or the margin. It's quite simple.